biggest perch I've ever caught in my life right there. That's what I came to Paris for.
Yeah, welcome. Well, this is what you deserve when you fly such a long way. You never give up.
Wow. Thank you, Fred.
Going Ike.
Thank you, Paris.
Paris. That's it, baby.
Going Ike. Come on. Let's go.
Never give up! Never give up!
When I fish like him, you know I'm fishing hard. You might just wanna sit it down. We're going Ike.
We're coming to Paris. It's a dream trip. Becky and I and the kids are getting this amazing dream trip, and it's part vacation, it's part sightseeing, it's part going to this amazing, beautiful city I've never been to, but it's also part fishing and getting a chance to work with Abu Garcia and get to use some of my new Ike Series travel rods. So it's a double purpose trip. Folks at home, here we go, getting ready to go on a trip of a lifetime. Estella, where are we going?
Here.
Okay, here we go. On the count of three, everybody say, come on, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Come on, let's go. It's gonna be a long flight. Where are we?
Here.
Where are we, Stella? Where are we, Mom? There we go. Sweet Patty. You know, there's no time to waste. We get off the plane, literally check into the hotel, and we're off to sightsee already. You know, walk down the main strip, seeing incredible architecture, amazing cars, the Arc de Triomphe, beautiful, beautiful monuments in Paris. But I've also got to prep. I'm meeting Fred at like 4:30 in the morning, and we're gonna have our first fishing session right on the Seine River. Fred, say good morning.
Hey. Hi, guys.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
With the best street fisherman in Paris, me and Fred gonna try to catch some this morning. Beautiful sunrise, Eiffel Tower in the background. Come on, let's fish. Broke. Look, line right there. Right there. See the line? Broke where down here at the reel. Right there. Dude, this is the epitome of street fishing. Bridges, buildings. Got my backpack, my 2-piece travel rod. I'm ready to go. But you know what? The fishing stinks. It's super tough. We're getting some bites. I break one off. I'm missing them. You know, finally I catch like a little tiny yellow perch like that big. But this is not what I've come to Paris for. So we decide to meet up with Fred's buddy. We're gonna make a move and we're gonna target a different species called a chub. It's possible. Possible. Voilà. Impossible. Pitié pour ceux qui veulent jouer les sales gosses. Beaucoup de gens veulent m'offenser sous prétexte que nous n'avons pas les mêmes pensées. Je balance un missile scud sur leur tête. Espèce de bête, j'ai pas le temps de me prendre la tête avec. So we make a move, and I don't have a lot of time to fish left. You know, we're in Paris with my family. I've actually got to do things with the family, so I've got less than an hour left. But we make a move to this really cool spot, and it's a bunch of these boats, houseboats, tugboats, all tied up. And the first spot we get to, I look down there, and there they go. I see a school of chub from about 2 to 4 pounds. And the nice thing is these chub aren't bottom feeders. These fish eat bugs on the top. So I put a little plastic bait on. It kind of looks like a beetle. I chuck it down there and instantly one just jacks it on the top. This is what I've come to Paris for.
Yes! Whoa! Woo! Instantly.
You know, catching this chub is insane. I mean, this is street fishing. I like to call it hand-to-hand combat. It's between ropes, it's underneath the pilings. I mean, I'm literally trying to, like, you know, zigzag it between all these obstacles. And all the while, I'm using 6-pound fluorocarbon to land this fish. Finally, I swing it above. Dude, this is awesome.
Yes!
Beautiful.
Allez! You got it.
Yes.
Excellent.
Cicada.
Cicada.
Look at that.
Yes.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Excellent. Okay, let me shot. Yes, yes.
This is really what I come to Paris for. A new fish, a new experience, but I'm out of time today. You know, luckily, I'm gonna get one more morning session tomorrow with Fred, and we're gonna go after the real goal, the real reason I came to Paris, the European perch. And not a little one, but a big one, 3, 4, 5 pounds. That's the kind of perch I'm looking for.
Folks at home, Eiffel Tower. Come on, let's climb. What do you think about going to the top?
I'm so excited.
So excited.
Look, Stella's missing a tooth.
Let me see. Look at that. That's a Paris tooth.
You know, but this trip to Paris isn't all about fishing. It's about some family time, seeing the sights. And the first one is the Eiffel Tower. So iconic, Paris. Get to see this thing go all the way to the top. Just amazing piece of architecture in a wonderful city.
There it goes. There's the river that I fished earlier today.
We see brown spot over there.
There's the Arc de Triomphe. How do you say it?
Arc de Triomphe.
Arc de Triomphe. Where's the Louvre? Up. The Louvre. Notre Dame.
I love his and I love the Eiffel Tower.
I'm not a giant, huge museum guy, but when you're in Paris, you gotta see the Louvre and the art, the history, and of course, the Mona Lisa, which is like that big. It's like a stamp. Incredible, incredible part of Paris. And I'm excited to do that with Becky and the kids.
Good job.
Notice what they're coddling. Fish. Coddling fish. Fish. You see them fish? I'm coming at you tomorrow. Come on, let's fish.
You know, I meet Fred, and this is a big morning. You know, honestly, this is one of the reasons I really came to Paris, to catch this giant European perch. We meet, we're back on the Seine, we're fishing in a different part of it. Now we're near Notre Dame, but same scenery, you know, canal walls, sea walls, docks, a little bit of current, and the fishing's tough again. We're not really getting much. And man, I cannot leave Paris without having a shot at one of these big perch. We make a move to basically a corner seawall, where a seawall makes a corner. And there's a real deep marina in front of it, but the way the current hits that corner, it makes a little eddy. And I'm throwing just a little finesse swim bait. It's a little bit of a Berkeley 2.8 swim bait. And I throw down that seawall and I hook up. And this is a big perch. This is probably the biggest perch of my life. And I reel it, swing it, and it's like a 3-pounder. Dude, my heart's pounding. I'm so excited. You know, this is the reason I came to Paris for. We take pictures. Biggest perch I ever caught in my life. I've never caught one that big.
This is Paris, baby. Nice.
Wow.
Yeah. This is the kicker.
Yes.
This is the kicker.
Look at that thing.
Beautiful.
Oh.
Man, you did it. So happy.
Oh, man. Oh.
Unbelievable.
Okay, bye, baby. Release. We let this thing go, and my heart's still pounding when I'm threading that swim bait back on the jig head, and I'm like, I gotta throw right back in there, just see if there's another fish.
Another big one. Oh my God. He's on it.
Bigger.
Okay.
I'm running down the seawall, and Fred grabs the camera. So the camera now is following me down the seawall. And this is an amazing fight. It's like a smallmouth, a perch, a tarpon, all combined into one. He's diving, he's trying to jump. Finally, I climb down this ladder, I get my hands on it, and there it is. This is the beast that I've come to Paris for. It's a perch, European perch, that weighs 4.5, maybe close to 5 pounds. Unbelievable! Oh my God! Yes!
Oh my God!
Wow! Oh my God!
You did it again!
Barely hooked.
It's a monster. The monster. River monster.
Oh my God!
Man, bigger and bigger. You can't stop. He
just came in.
He's the champion.
Yes.
From the United States. Very hooked, huh?
Barely hooked. Look, little big fish. Oh my God! How big is that? Oh my God! This thing's giant. We put it out on the roller. We look at it, let this thing go, and it swims away. Man, I tell you, it really makes this trip complete. Got to experience street fishing, got to see the sights, and got to capture my goal, the giant European perch. Listen to me. This is unbelievable. In Paris, with my good friend and guide, Fred. If you don't street fish, you got to give it a try. Come to Paris. World-class European perch like that. And bees. Let's let it go. Look at that. Look how thick that fish is.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh la, man!
You know, that giant perch made this trip complete. I'm going to head back and meet up with the family for one last night in Paris. But guess what? This trip is not over. I just got word that I'm going to head down to Spain to fish the Euro Cup. It's Spain's version of the Bassmaster Classic. So an early flight, I'm going to hop down to Spain, and I'm going to try to win me a European bass tournament. Here we go. Short plane ride. Just landed in Spain. There you go. Take a look at the mountain ranges in the background. Got a bunch of wary travelers behind us. Beck, what do you think? We're in Spain? We're in Spain. Paris was great, but it's time to move on. I'm going to explore Madrid, Spain for a few days before heading down to the Euro Cup. Come on, let's go. information on the product and gear used in the show, go to MikeIaconelli.com and follow me on my social feeds at Mike Iaconelli. And if you want to help grow the sport of fishing, get kids involved. Go to theikefoundation.org to figure out information on how you could help get involved in getting kids fishing.